So it's raining out, and it's supposed to be stormy raining here pretty soon. So I got up at midnight 30 and started thinking about it and thought, man, I'm going to get that Rambler indoors so I can get under it in the morning and tighten up the exhaust pipes. Now, I'll show you or talk to you a little bit about what I'm talking about. The other day I spent 2 days under this car getting the exhaust pipe settled, and I did a pretty good job. These are the factory Chevy exhaust manifolds. I don't know if they're exactly like, but they're like the ones that I had on my 67 Super Sport 350 Camaro back in the 70s. And I can't fit headers in here, but I can fit those in, and if those will handle a 350 horse 350, they'll certainly handle this thing. Anyway, I got them on there. I got them connected very well, but I didn't over tighten the manifold bolts that go to the pipes. And I have since noticed a little bit of a puffing sound coming from that side over there. So I want to get under there and do that. I didn't want to be doing it in the rain, and I didn't want to wait about doing it. I'd kind of like to get the car out and drive it a little today, just because I want to drive it a goodly bit to kind of get an understanding of how everything's working on it. Let me get something to put under the tire, because I'd like to also not crank it, but I want to push it back to give me enough room to get a jack up under it. So I'm going to try sitting this right here and reaching in here and pulling this out of gear. So my shifter's got a little movement in it. I don't know if that means I didn't do a good enough job of gluing it on there or not, but I won't fight with it. Not today. So let's see if I can push this thing back and slide that under there. This garage is a little bit downhill, so when I push something, it tends to come back before I can get in the car and knock it into gear. Come on, baby, don't stop now. See, this is one of them places where I need to be back here. A little bit more. You can do it. No. Maybe that's enough room to get a jack under there. So, I'm not going to crank it, but I don't want to heat it up at all. I want it to stay cool. And when I get up under there, I know what it takes. It takes a couple of long extension and deep weld 9/16, and I want to do it with a wrench socket, ratchet wrench, rather than do it with a spin gun, because I want to feel the tension on the nuts. Okay. Okay, this is me up under the car, and these are the bolts. There's 1, 2, and 1 that goes way back in from over the top up there. So that's all I'm going to do is get a wrench on them and tighten them up. I could mention, I know you've probably heard me say it before, I had a car fall on me once. It didn't kill me, but it could have very easily, and it should have. It crushed me enough to allow me to be in pain for a good long time, and taught me to be a lot more careful about jack stands and blocks under tires and all sorts of things like that you don't really need to think about unless, or you probably wouldn't find yourself thinking about unless you had a car fall on you. And once you've had a car fall on you, you tend to try to avoid that in the future. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to get me a different socket, because I can tell already I'm going to need a short one too. Oh yeah. This is fun. I see a little oil under here, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. That's one of the things you watch out for when you've been doing a little engine work, is to see what you got for oil leaks. And I don't know if I got an oil leak or if I spilled some oil. I can't remember having poured any oil onto the motor, but I may have, for purposes of lubrication. Yeah, this ain't real tight, so I'll give these some turns. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn one and then turn the other and then turn the other. Just kind of work my way around here a little at a time. I could put that flashlight up there, I suppose. Not that you can see much other than probably my armpit, but we're doing the best we can. See, that's not very tight at all. That's what I meant when I said the other day I wanted to feel the tightness of it. I don't want to leave it up to a gun, air powered or battery powered or anything like that. I want to actually feel it in my arms. It helps me to determine what we got going on here. Oh, I gotta see, that's real loose. That's a satisfying sound. Now I'm going to go back up to the top. Sometimes you get these things put in here in such a way where they kind of get jammed up between various pieces of metal. Makes it even more fun. You can let that go now. Whenever you're ready. Ooh. I might need to get a screwdriver and come up under the front of that. Let's see now, I'm missing one bolt out of my pan here. I don't know if I realized that or not either. Let me get a screwdriver and get that out. Now what I'll do is I'll go back up to the top. I'm tightening 3 bolts on a triangle. It's kind of like tightening, you know how you tighten a set of wheels sometimes and you need to tighten one side and the other side and all that. I think it's kind of like that. The whole purpose is to get everything pulled up into the right place and all, and not to tighten it up all crooked wise, which defeats your purpose. That's good. I don't think I could twist these in two at this angle and with this kind of wrench. Now I'm going to go over to the other side. I got 3 bolts over there too. And I'm going to tighten them up also, just for good measure since I'm under here. The less times I have to make a trip under here, the better. I see a little oil down here. I'll look at that because, you know, sometimes you can get something like a valve cover gasket leak or something. And you can see it, oh, that's way loose. Not even close. being tight there. It's easy, I think, to tighten these, and then when you drive the car, the vibration kind of jiggles everything around so that you can come back later and easily tighten it some more. All right, I'm gonna climb out and crank it, see what it sounds like, but I also want to just look and see where I've got oil. Now I've got a half a drop here. That should be good and tight. That's the oil drain plug on the bottom of the oil pan, but it looks like it might have lost a dribble. So let's just give it a little bit of a snug. And it'd be nice if I'd brought a rag I could wipe that on, but I guess I just use my fingers. And I don't really see any back around the rear main, other than what might have got on there when I was putting the oil pan on it. I don't really see any up under it much. There's some here above the starter, but yeah, I think that's okay. So I'm gonna climb out and I'll just start it. We'll listen to it. Bring y'all out with me. You may wind up getting some grease wiped on you from my hands, but oh well. If you hang out with me, you might get greasy. I think I might have told Honey Babe that when we met. And she married me anyway. Bless her heart. So, start her up, see what she sounds like.